and it's a great day for the northwest suburb.
A milestone for the project linking Highway 610 with Interstate 94 in Maple Grove. Find out when the new stretch will open. Plus, your favorite movie, popcorn, and a beer? It will soon be possible to enjoy all three at a local theater. But first,
so we will be over what we're used to seeing.
an election year that's proving to be anything but normal. That tops CTN News this Friday, October 21st, 2016. Thanks for joining us. If absentee voting is any indicator, this year's presidential election will shatter a few records.
There's still more than 2 weeks to go until Election Day, and already absentee voting is at record levels here in Minnesota. CTN's Joe Nelson explains how a rule change is helping boost those numbers and what it could mean come Election Day.
We need everybody to help make our country what it should be.
We are going to make America great again, and it has to start now.
Presidential candidates are done debating, and many Anoka County voters are too. Thousands here have made their choice and cast their ballot voting absentee.
2012, we issued 2,300 ballots total for the entire 46-day process of absentee balloting, and this year so far they've issued 2,900, and we've got 2 weeks to go, so we will be over what we're used to seeing. Are you registered?
Coon Rapids City Clerk Joan Lensmeyer says it's likely due to a rule change allowing people to vote absentee for any reason.
We are quite a bit busier. We needed to purchase more ballots.
It's the same story at the Anoka County Government Center.
It certainly has been brisk. We'll say that. We've got a lot of people at our counter.
Coon Rapids absentee voters Matt Seidel and Holly Dodd say they appreciate the option.
Because I'm going to be deer hunting.
Didn't want to spend long hours waiting in line.
Despite the unpopularity of both major candidates, Anoka County Elections Manager Cindy Reichert says she still expects a big turnout on November 8th.
We're up to about 206,496 registered voters, higher than they have ever been. So we expect activity to be very lively out there on Election Day.
Voters and election staff say they hope to see records set at the polls.
The election officials across our state and the country are making it possible for people to exercise that right. So, you know, make it worth our time. Come on out and vote. Really appreciate the activity.
It's important to try to fight for what you believe.
In-person absentee voting runs through November 7th at the Government Center and City Halls in Anoka County from 8 a.m. to 4:30 Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 Saturday, November 5th. Ballots by mail must be received by 3 p.m. on Election Day. Stephen, Karen?
Activity is brisk.
Yep, definitely.
Right,
Probably going to be a long 2 weeks still, though. Thanks, Joe. All residents in Coon Rapids have a chance to make their voices heard in a survey being done on behalf of the city. The survey was mailed to 1,500 randomly selected homes back in September, but now anyone can take it online. The National Citizen Survey gathers resident opinions on a wide range of community issues. You can find a link to it on the homepage of the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov. Surveys must be completed by October 28th. The results will be presented to the City Council in early 2017.
A Ramsey woman admitted in court this week that she attacked another woman for not speaking English at a Coon Rapids restaurant last year. On Monday, 44-year-old Jody Burchard-Risch pleaded guilty to third-degree assault under the plea agreement. She will serve 180 days in jail and be placed on probation for 5 years. However, if she violates probation, she could serve up to 37 months in prison, which is more than double the state sentencing guidelines. The attack happened almost 1 year ago at the Coon Rapids Applebee's. Burchard-Risch smashed her glass beer mug in Asma Jama's face, causing significant injuries. Jama says she's happy that Burchard-Risch admitted to what she did and admitted to bias. Sentencing is set for December 20th.
Well, if you drive 121st Avenue west of Hanson Boulevard, you've likely had to dodge construction cones and crews in recent weeks. That's because the Metropolitan Council is working to make improvements to the regional sanitary sewer system, which is showing signs of deterioration due to aging. A 300-foot section of the sewer system is being replaced by a process called cured in-place pipe. The work was originally scheduled to begin in March and take about 3 months to complete. The improvements are also being done in 3 other areas of the city. The city is already mapping out its street reconstruction program for 2017. The assistant city engineer presented plans at a council work session Tuesday night. They call for the reconstruction of 10.5 miles of streets next year. The work is expected to cost around $8.7 million. All the streets proposed for reconstruction are rated in poor or very poor condition. The Highway 610 extension project reached a major milestone this week.
A grand opening celebration was held for the roadway that's nearing its completion to connect with Interstate 94. CTN Steve Antes joins us now from Maple Grove with the story. Steve?
Karen and Steve, it's been a long time coming for what's been called the North Crosstown Freeway. The final 2.5-mile segment, which started in 2014, marks the end of a project that's taken 16 years to complete. It was a great day for the northwest suburbs as lawmakers and the Minnesota Department of Transportation celebrated the 5th segment of Highway 610.
In the 1960s, this was a project that was conceived of by the cities of Maple Grove and Brooklyn Park. Maple Grove first acquired right-of-way in the city for this corridor back in 1974.
Now, after millions of dollars in state and federal funding, the highway is bringing the promise of a shorter commute for drivers.
And this wasn't necessarily driven by political entities. It was driven by citizens that recognized the value of having a North Crosstown going all the way from 35 over to 94, and it was a vital link that they recognized.
In 2011, a 2.5-mile segment of Highway 610 was opened, which connected with County Road 81 in Maple Grove. Work on this final 2.5-mile segment was started in 2014.
As a result of the legislature in 2013, the Corridors of Commerce program, which focused funding directly to projects that would enhance our economy.
The highway promises to not only relieve congestion from I-94, but provide the way for more jobs.
And I've had the privilege of touring and visiting a lot of the major companies and corporations that have been relocating and building and investing along this corridor. And so the jobs are going to continue to grow.
Last month, crews fell behind after heavy rains and flooding. Future plans call for additional ramps to be built at the I-94 interchange, but for now, the funding isn't available. There's still some finishing work going on here on the final segment of Highway 610. The roadway should be open by mid-November to motorists, and when complete, the 12-mile stretch will link Interstate 94 here in Maple Grove to the Highway 4710 interchange in Coon Rapids. Steve and Karen?
Right.
Looking
Great news for
forward to
motorists.
it. Thank you.
A Coon Rapids man is taking the reins at the Lake Superior Zoo in Duluth. Corey Leet, who's 36 years old, will become the CEO on January 2nd. Leet is currently a research operations manager at Medtronic's Physiological Research Laboratory in Coon Rapids. He's previously worked at the Minnesota Zoo in Apple Valley and also served on the board of directors at the Springbrook Nature Center in Fridley. Archery deer hunts began this weekend at the Coon Rapids Dam Regional Park. In all, 36 permits have been issued for hunts in designated areas at the Coon Rapids Dam. Also, 39 permits have been issued for archery deer hunting at the Bunker Hills Regional Park. The first hunt there begins October 28th. The hunts will wrap up in December. The goal of the archery deer hunts is to reduce deer herds to sustainable levels.
Popcorn and movies go hand in hand, but you'll soon be able to order an alcoholic drink at the AMC theaters in Coon Rapids. This week, the City Council approved a Class A on-sale Sunday and 2 a.m. liquor license for American Multi-Cinema, which owns AMC. The theater is in the process of remodeling the building by adding a few tables to each auditorium and constructing a bar and lounge area in the main lobby. Alcohol sales at movie theaters are becoming increasingly common in the U.S. The AMC in Inver Grove Heights already has a bar and lounge.
The city of Anoka is gearing up to mark its favorite occasion of the year, Halloween, and there's plenty of family activities to take part in. This Saturday, the annual Light Up the Night Parade is taking place at 7 p.m. on Main Street. You can check out floats and bands decorated in lights. And next Saturday, it's the big Grand Day Parade. The action gets underway at 1 o'clock in downtown Anoka. New this year, reserved seating is available for the parade. For more information on that or all the other events, log on to anokahalloween.com.
If you like skating and Halloween, the Coon Rapids Ice Center has an event for you. The Ice Center will be hosting a spooky skate. That's going to take place Sunday, October 30th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. There is a fee, but children 5 and under are free with a paid adult. In addition to skating, there'll be games, contests, and prizes. Participants are encouraged to come dressed in a costume because there will be an on-ice contest. And you could possibly win a fantastic prize. Sounds like a lot of fun around the holiday weekend.
Definitely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.